Travis Wayne Goodsell, as you're going to hear from the video I'm uploading, that I watch YouTube shows from regular TV. I came across a recommended Fox 13 News Utah's 3 Questions with Bob Evans full interview with John Dehlin. It's from 2 days ago. And he summed it up in a nutshell. He's trying to claim that when the church came out with their gospel topic essays, that, he was upset with the church, and so the church retaliated and excommunicated him. And he says, well, I may join the church again and request, but it's not likely because the brethren hate me. He didn't say those exact words, obviously, but you can watch it for yourself. Fox 13 News Utah. 2 days ago, so Fox doesn't upload many videos, so you'll find this quick and easy, unlike ABC4 Utah, which does a whole section of videos that you have to scroll to find previous videos if you don't know the exact title. And so, yeah, no, guys, if the church you belong to, it doesn't have to be Mormon, it can be the Catholics over their pedophilia, it doesn't matter what church you belong to. If your church has to make some changes in order for you to want to continue with it or to go back to it, it's not the right church. I mean, it's a real simple logic thing. If you believe that God is perfect and that He doesn't make mistakes and that His church is on earth, I guess for Christians it's a different matter, because they can say, well, it's God's church because of the Bible, which doesn't make any sense to me, but for you guys it makes sense, I guess. But for Mormons, it doesn't work that way. We don't have the Christian mindset. Mormons believe the Mormon church is the only true church on the face of the earth, that the prophets are infallible because they communicate directly with Jesus Christ, and that He leads and guides this church through His prophet. That's Mormon belief. And of course it's all false, which is the great big scam. So when Mormons encounter something wrong with the church leaders' orders and commandments, Mormons think that the leaders have to change because it's not right. And they just don't think, wait a minute, this isn't just a human weakness of the church leaders. This is actually something that is contrary to God's teachings, and which means, if they were to follow the logic through, means that the leaders aren't listening to God. They're not God's anointed. They're not approved by God. They're not getting revelation from God. Do I need to go over section 121 after the many are called but few are frozen? Let it snow, let it go. So we'll do it. 121, and many are called but few are frozen. And why are they not frozen? Alrighty. So here's the reason why, Mormons. that the prophets don't have revelation from God. It's real simple. It's been in your scriptures the whole time. And it's referring to the rights of the priesthood are inseparably connected with the powers of heaven in verse 36. And that the powers of heaven cannot be controlled nor handled only upon principles of righteousness. Is that complicated for you? Do you not understand that this is revelation that's being referred to when they talk about the powers of heaven? Communication with God through the Spirit? And 37, that they may be conferred upon us, it is true, but when we undertake to cover our sins, to gratify our pride, vain ambition, exercise control, dominion, compulsion upon the souls of the children of men in any degree of unrighteousness. This is what the church has done. They've been covering up church history. They've confessed to lying about church history in the gospel topic essays. And thus, the heavens withdrew themselves. The Spirit of the Lord was grieved. And when it is withdrawn, amen to the priesthood or the authority of the leaders of the church. It's gone. That's why, Mormons. It's real simple. It's not complicated. You can't come up with some apologetic excuse for it. Oh, it's just human frailties. They're sensitive. No, they're corrupt. They're not listening to God, so they're not following God, and everything they're doing is against God's plan. So when Nelson started, we have learned that by sad experience, that it is the nature and disposition of almost all men, as soon as they get a little authority, as they suppose, they immediately begin to exercise unrighteous dominion. Go back to the first conference of Nelson, when he got a little authority, as he supposed. He took away the high priesthood, took away home teaching, announced a temple with Russia, meaning he's in collusion with the Russian government. He's been compromised. He is using the $32 billion he got for that scandal to launder for Putin. And that's why, is because he undertook to cover his sins, to gratify his pride, his vain ambitions, to exercise control, dominion, and compulsion upon the children of Mormons, in a degree of unrighteousness. And therefore, he had no revelation from God. His priesthood is gone. He has no authority. He's not God's prophet. It's that simple, Mormons. This is how you do your scripture study. And not a single one of you do it because you all think, oh, that's deep doctrine, Travis. I only want to learn the basics. I'll only read, ponder, and pray. And then whatever feeling I get, which is already preconceived upon my own personal belief system, it's therefore truth. So yes, I'm pissed. So, am I going back to church? Am I going to say, oh, please take me back, I'm so sorry for what I done? No. I'm not going back to the church of the devil. I may sing the song, Shout at the Devil, but I'm not going to his church. In the beginning, good always overpowered the evils of all man's sins, but in time, child of the 80s, guys. And so, yeah, this is unbelievable, the stupidity of Mormonism. Because that's what it is. It's stupidity. And you're seeing the baggage of John Dehlin. I might go back. It's not off the table. The church has to make some changes. But they're not likely to take me. My God. So, how else do I explain it to Mormons? How else? I don't know. I think I'm done for this one. I still have more YouTubing to do.